So Valentine's Day is coming up and we all want to dress to impress. Because everybody spends the holiday differently, I thought it'd be a good idea to ask Sandra, some cute Valentine's Day ideas. So first we're going to start with, it's your first date. You've never been out with this person before, but you decided Valentine's Day is a good time to do it. So what would you wear?
First of all, the pressure of Valentine's Day for anybody, even if you know your partner, is tough. So on a first date, I'd say you need more than anything to make sure that whatever you wear, you feel really comfortable, because the last thing you need is the added stress of, is it right? Does it fit? Does that? So sometimes I think just to be yourself is probably, I'd take a focus that day probably on the makeup, so that when you're talking to your partner, they're looking at your face, not at what you're wearing. I think that might be a key for that first date.
Yeah, it's always good to be yourself on first dates, So second, you're going out with your girlfriends, but you're hoping maybe to attract some extra attention while you're out. What would you wear?
Definitely color. There's enough black out there. Chances are you're probably going to a bar where the lights are dim anyway, and there's so much color on the market, so I think that's a great thing. Whether it's, the expected sort of colors of reds and pinks and oranges, sort of those happy colors, there might be already a bit of that going on. So maybe you want to step outside the box and do something in blues and greens. It doesn't have to be the red color. Maybe you team it all together with a red lip. So I think the other thing that I love more and more about fashion is it's getting to be feminine and suggestive without being obvious. So I think I'd sort of err on the side of getting away from the fitted bandage dresses and into something maybe a little softer, lacier, or a little bit of flowing crepe de chine is a little bit more fun.
Yeah, that sounds nice. And the third one is, of course, you're spending it with your partner and you've been together for a little while, but you really want to impress them on that night. So how could you make your outfit pop just a little bit more?
Well, I think probably I'd go back to that thing of the femininity. I think it's a real night to showcase being a girl. Yes, you can be sexy, but there's a place for that too, and maybe that comes later in the night. Maybe when he's having dinner with you, you're showing your more feminine side. And I think the other thing is maybe to take some of the attention away from you and to focus on him and make that special dessert. That always has a way to every guy's heart.
Those are all great ideas. And one last question. What's your opinion on wearing the two colors, red and pink, together on Valentine's Day? I know some people strongly believe in wearing them together and some people strongly don't.
Well, I go back to sort of one of my design mentors through the years was always Yves Saint Laurent. And his colors were red and pink and orange all together. They've continued to be my favorite colors. And I see absolutely every reason. You want to keep the intensity of the brightness the same. So whether you do the softer hues or the strong hues, keep the intensity together and they're perfect partners.
Well, thank you very much, Sandra. Those are all great ideas, and we hope that you can dress to impress on Valentine's Day.